Defense isn't all about steals, but it's nice to be able to pluck that offensive player sometimes, or at least make them uncomfortable. I'll show you guys a few tips that the best defenders in the world use to swipe that ball away. So first, when is the ball most vulnerable? Well, here are some of the most common times that I see. One, if you're pressuring them and they start to back up, take this as an opportunity and continue to press them, depending on your defensive system, of course. One, if they're not an elite ball handler, they'll feel pretty out of control with no options to attack out of it. So there's a solid chance that you might get something out of them. But be careful of this situation where you come out a little bit late and now you're coming out towards the bucket, which makes it easier to drive past you. Plus, know when it's a really good ball handler and they can take advantage of this situation. Two, if players try to create contact, understand that even great players don't protect the ball well enough here. So even if you get bumped back a little bit, that swipe could be there. Also, if they bring the ball in front of them on a finish, that's got to be a steal. Mainly at lower levels, but even in the NBA, when players get downhill and they're looking to finish, that's all they're looking to do. Many times, it's not a habit for them to protect the ball. And this happens a lot of the time when players swing that ball in front of them, which is a natural movement when you're jumping up for that finish. So this is another big opportunity. Next, when they bring it in front on triple threat, you always have to be looking for this. There's not much you can do out of a triple threat situation without bringing the ball in front of you at some point. So try to take advantage of these opportunities. Finally, when you have the opportunity to pressure a player in the corner, this is when you can really get in their stuff. They already have two defenders named the sideline and the baseline, so they're automatically at a disadvantage. Even if you don't get a steal here, there's a good chance they'll turn it over. And then of course, there's always the old man at the YMCA. Let him get past me and then poke it from behind. So a couple keys here technique wise. One, hands have to be active. There's always one hand out that's continuously probing and trying to get into their space without fouling. But definitely don't lunge here. If you lunge, that leaves you off balance, and if you don't get that steal, it's generally over unless your mark is smart. But you shouldn't need to lunge on many anyways, because the best time to poke at that ball is if they're driving at you. Notice here on these, they don't step forward at all. They stay in front and then swipe at it when they feel it's in their reach. Another thing that great defenders do, and they just have a feel for this that they've developed, is timing that swipe so it's in the air or just reaching their hand. Or like here when the ball is leaving his hand. Also notice that none of this is possible if you're chasing your man. You want to be in control of the situation, meaning that you're in front, not trying to recover. Because at that point, you're just worried about not letting them get past you, and you can't really focus on swiping at it, or you just can't reach it. So staying in front is the prerequisite to all of this. The closer you are to your man, without fouling of course, the easier it is to reach it. It's simple. But you will get beat sometimes. It's basketball, and offensive players are pretty damn good a lot of the time. So angles are key here. Being able to recover and get back in front is the most key component defensively in basketball. And a lot of the times when you meet them there, you'll be in a pretty good position, so there's always a chance that they'll turn it over. But most importantly, remember here that you don't always need a steal. The vast majority of the time, it's just about staying in front and making them uncomfortable, which is why even the career leaders in steals only had about 2 steals a game. Get everything down first defensively, and then you can start worrying about stealing the ball. Hope you guys took something from this shorter video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at ByAnyMeansBasketball for a lot more.